You are probably familiar with our next guest sitting beside me here, TTC spokesperson Brad Ross, but soon saying goodbye to the Transit Commission for a new gig, and it is Chief Communications Officer with the City of Toronto. Never had this job before. This is a brand new position, and it is a big one because when it comes to what the city does, how they communicate, there's a lot of improvement that needs to be done as well.
Well, I think the team that is there has done an admirable job, and we can always do better. We can do better at the TTC as well. And so I do look forward to sort of to taking how I've approached communications and talking with the public and with folks like yourself at the TTC, transferring some of that down to the City of Toronto and see how we can do things a little bit differently. The city government touches our lives more than any other level of government, right? You turn on a tap, you flip a switch, you take transit, you call 911, you go to a park, social housing. Those are all municipal services, and they matter a lot. And so I'm really looking forward to getting in there and engaging with the public and telling some of those stories and addressing issues as they arise.
Yeah. Now, you will not miss those 5 a.m. calls from people like myself saying, what is going on with Line 1? Right? I'm sure you won't miss that, but you're going to bring that with you to the new job.
There will, you know, the TTC is a very operationally focused organization. Public transit is, by its very nature. Things can go wrong at the drop of a hat. Touch wood, nothing's happening right now, but it can happen instantly, and so you have to be ready, and you have to respond, and you have to react, and you have to explain. And that's the biggest part of doing any kind of job like this, is the ability to explain to people what is happening, why it's happening, and what we're doing about it. That really turns the temperature down. And I hope to be able to do that at the city as well. When things happen at the city, and things will, inevitably they do, we will be able to step up and explain things and really engage with the public, whether it's online, through the media, or through other forums as well that we perhaps haven't thought of yet.
Yeah, and you're going to be working very closely with various departments, of course. Like, for example, today, we have the winter preps. We have that press conference happening at 10 o'clock this morning with Mayor John Tory, and we're talking about the salting, the plowing, all of that, because undoubtedly every year the first snowfall, and there's criticism. Why wasn't the brine down? Why didn't all of this happen? So what is your biggest goal getting into this job? What is the #1 thing you want to make sure happens?
Well, the first thing I have to do, Melanie, is I need to do a lot of listening. I need to meet with the staff in the department, hear them, hear what has worked, what they'd like to try differently, what hasn't worked necessarily. Meet with all the division heads, all the department heads, and counselors. What is it that they're looking for from support? How can we be partners in communicating what's really important, and be supportive in that way, but also strategic in the long run? So, you know, today's a great example. You get out there and tell the public what is happening. I think it's essential, because I guarantee you this afternoon when there is snow, from the TTC's perspective, there will be complaints about long wait times for buses, and that's going to be because it's snowing, and there's nothing the city can do to stop it. There's nothing the TTC can do to stop it. What we can do is make sure that people are ready. They know, they're forewarned. Using the media is great. There are other ways we can do it as well. How can we do that? How can we engage directly? Those are the kinds of things that I'm looking forward to trying to see what we might try. You know, we did things differently at the TTC. We created, you know, explainer videos, as I call them. Andy Byford and I used to do these YouTube videos and sort of explain why we did what we did and how we did it. Can we transfer that to the city somehow? And
I think that's a big thing. People are looking for something. Explain why. Even if you don't have the full answers right now, let's figure out what's happening moving forward. I'm not gonna lie. Selfishly, we are gonna miss you. You were always available to us and always were able to give us as many answers as you could. So thank you for that, Brad.
Well, thank you. I think, you know, the media have a really important role to play in getting information out, and you guys do a great job. You always gave us the opportunity to explain things. It was never there was never any sort of animosity about any of it. You know, sometimes there were difficult stories that we had to deal with, and that's how it is. We each have jobs to do, and so I appreciate the work that you guys do every day as well.
All right, you can sleep in a little bit. No calls from me. You finish off in a few weeks and then start your new role in the new year, January the 7th.
January 7th.
Good luck to you. Thank you so much, Brad.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Melanie.
it.
Thank you.